All right. I'd like to start off by saying Barakateh Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakak Kodash. Welcome to another live lesson. The name of this one is The Most High Created You, Fool. This is directed to Edomites. This lesson came through the inspiration of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai by a video that I was watching yesterday of the brothers in the DC camp. I forget the name of the lesson. When I read the name of the lesson, it kind of made me crack up, and then this title just popped in my head. You know, and pretty much Esau just uses the Bible when it's convenient for him. You know, whenever, because he's not a man of wisdom, he's not a man of reproof. The scriptures speak about if someone reproves you, you know, you will love that man. You know, because we're going to do right things and we're going to do wrong things. So the Bible was there as a measuring stick to keep us in line, you know. And Esau, the scriptures say that the Lord said, what unto the wicked the Most High saith, what hast thou to do that thou shouldest take my covenant in thy mouth, seeing thou hatest instructions and castest my words behind thee. You know, because here it is, we have a beautiful story of creation in the scriptures and how everything was meticulously put together from the blueprint of the Most High given to Yahweh Shai, who created the angels and all the spirits that you see, and how they set up the earth and by their words created everything that we see today and put everything in its proper place. You know, everything is beautifully put the way that the Lord created it and wanted it to be created. But here it is, you got this devil that'll take the beautiful creation of the Lord, cast it to the corner, ridicule it, make mockery of it, and then he'll turn around and say that everything that we see created happened by a big bang. You know, and then the big bang created everything you see. It put the waters and the land and the trees and the birds and the animals and the people and the fruit, you know, the volcanoes, the mountains, the hills, you know, the land masses. It put everything, you know, in its right proper place from a big ass bang, which is nothing but straight up nonsense, insanity. Scriptures say, let all things be done decently and in order. Everything that the Lord does is all in order, but this devil cannot follow the order. That's why it says, let favor be shown to the wicked, yet will he not understand righteousness. And I remember years ago, Elder Pastor speaking down, I believe it was on Wall Street. He said, let me, you know, you talk about this Big Bang Theory. Let me see you take some ink, some paper, and put them all together in a room and throw a stick of dynamite in there, blow it up, and let me see you come up with a dictionary, a full dictionary with all the definitions and everything in it. You know, because what a Big Bang does, it causes nothing but confusion. Which, where have you ever seen something go off with a bang and something in order come out of it? You never seen that. You never seen when they dropped the bombs in Hiroshima and Nagasaki, when Esau dropped the bombs in Hiroshima and Nagasaki. What came out of that? Nothing but chaos and confusion, destruction, you know, madness. You know, when he dropped the bombs with NATO on Serbia, Herzegovina, in that area somewhere, when they had that bombs that they dropped, did that create order? No, it created nothing but chaos, catastrophe, loss of life, destruction of buildings, destruction of animals, destruction of land, destruction of the grass and the herbs and the trees and the field. You know? So a Big Bang doesn't create nothing but destruction. There's no example on the earth ever where there has happened, a Big Bang has happened and order comes out of it. So Esau will dismiss the story of creation just to stick his madness in there, because he knows that the Bible is the book of the Most High, that the Bible is a historical book, that it has prophecies and judgments, and everything that we know and see today is all written in the scriptures. But the problem is that it's not revealed to everybody. And another problem is that Esau has gone around and lied to the world. So the people of the world are looking to him as the authority of the Bible, the authority of so-called religion, the authority on the understanding of the scriptures. But he's not the authority, because the Lord said, I will give you pastors according to mine heart that will feed you with knowledge and understanding. And the knowledge and understanding that we hearing today coming from the prophets is the proper understanding, because it all makes sense. You know, it's all a part, and it breaks everything down and it puts it in its proper order. You know, this devil doesn't do that. He'd rather give credence to science, which the scriptures speak about science, because there's nothing wrong with science, but there's science falsely so called. And the word science going back to the word ciencia, which means wisdom. And we know that the scriptures say that the knowledge of wickedness is not wisdom. So knowing that, he gave that false truth, or not false truth, he gave that's an oxymoron. He gave that false breakdown of what truth is by injecting his bullshit in it, by injecting himself into the picture, something that didn't belong to him. Now, there was this, I'm not sure where it was at, but it was it had to be back in the 80s, you know, possibly the 70s, but I believe it was the 80s. There was a skit, you can find it on YouTube, with Richard Pryor in it, you know, and they were excavating, I guess they were excavating Egypt or something like that, some pyramids, and they went into this one tomb, and he found the Book of Life, I believe it was called. And he said in the beginning, you know, spoke about the Most High being a so-called black man, and the angels being black, and everything being created by the so-called black man, you know, which are the Israelites, you know, and other people of color, blah, blah, this, that, and the other, right? And what Esau did was, they said, oh, there's nothing to see here. They started backing up, and then they went out and they locked the tomb up, and they buried everything, you know, because that's what Esau does. He'd rather bury the truth than to confront it and face it, because technically he calls everybody a coward, but he's the biggest coward on the planet, because he doesn't want to face the truth. He'd rather face lies and keep the lies going than to face the truth. And this is why they do what they do, you know. So the Most High created you, fool. It says that man's goings are of the Lord. How could a man didn't understand his own ways? You can't direct your own steps. When you're sleeping, all instructions of man. The Most High said he's the father of spirits. He created everything that we see. There's a reason why the scriptures call him the creator. The word creator means to create. Why? Because he created everything that we see. Things that we see did not appear from a big bang, like you teach. That bullshit Darwinism and all this other nonsense that you teach, and these false pseudo science that you push out there to the people through your pseudo religions, you know, through your pseudo understandings. You're nothing but the devil, and all you are set up to do is to deceive the world. You were created. The Lord said that he made all things for himself, yea, even the wicked for the day of evil or the day of wrath. So you were created to be a mad scientist on the earth, to do all the wickedness that you've done, to teach the world what it is to be wicked and the reward of a wicked person. And your reward is total annihilation. First, America will be destroyed by thermonuclear destruction that the Heavenly Father has prophesied by his prophets in the scriptures. And then second of all, after the smoke clears, so to speak, the ones of you international bankers and top rich banking families and top rich families of the earth among Esau and the other nations will go into slavery and captivity. And then your descendants after you, so on and so forth, will be in captivity for a certain period of time. And after you serve that captivity, then you Edomites, you'll be rounded up and burnt up and never ever again come back on the earth as Edomites to plague the world with this infestation of yours, because you're nothing but an infestation. You're nothing but a parasite. You know, you're nothing but a virus, man. You're nothing but a virus. All you do is destroy. You don't bring life, you bring destruction. You meddle with everything. There's nothing sacred in your sight. You'll cut a person open to remove something that can be removed naturally if they change the diet. If you stop putting all this poison in the water, in the air, in the food. Teach people proper nutrition. But you're not going to do that. You know what you'll do? You'll ban powerful herbs that people can take to heal themselves, called naturopaths, quacks, murder those that have studied the science and are giving people solutions on how to heal themselves, just also you can stay in power and keep making money. That greed of yours is what's going to bring your final demise and destruction. Because you are so greedy that you are willing to destroy yourself and everyone else in the world just so you can keep making that dollar, so to speak. You know? So the Most High created you, fool. The Most High created everything that we see. And he controls you. You don't control yourself. You didn't get America by your own power. There was a divine intervention that stepped in to kick us in the ass for disobeying the words of the Lord. And that's why you were able to take over. The manifest destiny was that it was written in the scriptures. But you didn't count on the back story on it, which was the retribution you would have to pay eventually. You know, so the Most High created you, fool. You know, you were created by the Lord and you will be destroyed by the Lord. The Lord said that you are the vessels of wrath fitted to destruction. And the Lord is patiently waiting to destroy you. He wants to snap and take you out, but he's bound by his words. So that's why he's holding back. But there's going to come a point where he's not going to hold back anymore. That's why you have your agents out there, you know, spreading these lies and false accusations and false witnesses and slander about us, painting that picture as if we were terrorists or we were criminals and stuff like that. And you know damn well we're not. But that is your mechanism, fraud and deceit. That is what drives you. Scripture say you can't sleep unless you do some kind of wickedness or cause someone to fall. And because we are not for you, we're not tap dancing for you or cooning for you, you know, we're not shucking and jiving for you. You know, we're not dancing to your tune. You have to resort to slander because you're a coward. You're really a coward. You Edomites are cowards, especially you international bankers. You're the biggest cowards on the planet. And the reason why you're doing what you're doing is because you know your kingdom is coming to an end. And you're trying to destroy the very essence of the truth by trying to destroy the men of the Lord. But it's not going to work. Because you could destroy us, you could defame us, you could kill us, but the Lord's words are still going to come to pass. The scriptures say, what if some did not believe? Shall their faith make the unbelief of the Most High without effect? The Most High forbid. So let the Most High be true and every man a liar. And this is why we are justified in our sins and overcome when we are judged. Because our portion and that was given to us was that we're going to condemn any tongue that rises up against us. And we're condemning you through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, because that was part of the command. And this is why they're talking about legislating us off the streets, the local streets, teaching off of websites and different. Good. Because when you do that, the Lord is going to step in. Because there comes a time where you prophesy, there's a time to speak and a time to keep silence. So after we prophesy for a certain period of time, when the Lord said that's enough, now it's time to bring into action, then the Lord is going to step in and do his thing. You're not gonna get away with what you've gotten away with all these centuries. There's going to come a cutoff time. There's going to come a time when you're going to have to pay. And we're coming to that time. And this is why you're trying to dismiss anything that has to do with righteousness. Because you love to surround yourself with evil and wickedness. Because you are evil and wicked people. You have black souls. And I'm not talking about so-called Negro. I'm talking about black souls, evil, wicked, demonic souls, spirits. That's what you are. You're nothing but ghouls and goblins in the form of man on the earth. And the Lord is going to destroy you because he set you up as such. So the Lord created you, fool. And just like the Lord created you, he's going to bring you down and destroy you. You destroyed the earth, the Lord said he's going to destroy you. The earth was given into your possession. You were in charge of making sure things ran the right way, and you did everything against the truth and against what's right. And you destroyed the world, you destroyed the people, and you will be destroyed. So the Most High created you, fool. You didn't create yourself. And there was no damn Big Bang Theory, a Big Bang that created everything. That's a bunch of horse shit. That's a bunch of lies that you pushed out there so that you can get away from the truth of the scriptures. You only use the Bible when it's to your benefit. But when it doesn't benefit you, you discard it. You only take the pieces that help you, or you think that help you, or that you can manipulate and lie about. But the truth of the Bible condemns you on all levels. And this is why you're trying to stop the men of the Lord from teaching. This is why you're pushing all that slander and fake propaganda, you know, on trying to put a blot and a stain on our name and defame us. But that's all right. If being defamed is the way to go, then we'll be defamed. The Apostle Paul said that. You know, if the truth abounds by my lie, then let my lie abound, or something along those lines. Because at the end of the day, you're going to have to face the truth. You know? And this is why now they're starting to address the Hebrew Israelites. Because the Lord said there will come a time where they will have to confront this truth. And that's what the Lord said, go out there, give them hell, don't give them no rest, until he make Jerusalem a praise in the earth. And this is what's happening right now. So there's talks behind the scenes, there's meetings, there've been meetings, you know, on what to do and how to do it. And they finally came with a solution, and now they're putting it into effect because it's in the power of their hand. And they can't sleep unless they cause something to fall. So the Most High created you, fool, Edomites, Esau, and the Lord is going to destroy you. And 2/3 of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians that keep upholding this man's kingdom, the Lord is going to destroy you too. You nations that are here in America that don't leave, you're going to be destroyed too if you're here in the soils of America when the Lord comes back. Because he's coming back to bring fire. That's what he said. He's going to destroy you. So the Most High created you, fool, and he's going to destroy you. So with that, say shalom.